Howdy, and welcome back to my fairy garden. Today, I'll be talking about the lesser-known Fictionflicker identity and my own experience with it. First, let's define a couple terms. The term Fictionflicker means that one experiences an inconsistent attachment/identification as a fictional character, object, place, etc. Basically, they don't always identify fully as a fictional thing, and might fluctuate between being fiction-hearted, having no attachment, or being fictionkin. This kind of relates to fictionfics, where one is a fictionkin because of a hyperfixation. Both are impermanent identities. A flicker type is what a fiction flicker identified with/as. Okay, now that we've got terminology out of the way, let's get into an example using my flicker type and my journey to figuring out this identity. First off, I'm bipolar and I think that information is useful going forwards. I'm a Kokai flicker. If you don't know, this is Kokai. He's from a game called No, I'm Not a Human, which I may shorten to Nina, and his character/story represents mental illness and how that affects both oneself and the people around them. With this identity, I actually didn't know that I was a fiction flicker at first. I thought I was just a fictionkin, which was definitely brought about by hyperfixation on the game, and this conclusion was supported by my feelings continuing after my hyperfixation faded away. At the time, I was also in a depressive episode, which brought on the feeling of being Kokai just because of what he represents and how I felt so connected to him to the point of being him. I felt towards my in-game self as just a representation of me in the real world, instead of my in-game self being me entirely, which isn't a sentiment I see a lot of people who identify as characters from non-realistic fiction. It was less that I was this character reincarnated, or that I was supposed to be an NPC in a game, but more that the creator of the game had just put me in there. I feel like him, and I even look like him. Well, I did more whenever I had long fur. I won't show much of our similarities, because that'd show my face. A lot of people headcanon Kokai as playing guitar and drums, both of which I do play. I don't know. I just felt so much like him, and was also suicidal at the time of finding Nina, and the bleak world that the game takes place in, and the coldness that Kokai experiences because of his stomach void spoke to me so much. I literally become cooler to the touch when I'm depressed, a quality not noticed by me, but by my family, and I also experienced stomach pain and nausea. I was him, until I got out of my depressive episode and back to normalcy. Since then being October of 2025, I only feel like I actually am Kokai when I'm depressed. Outside of that, I don't feel like him at all, not even in another hearted sense. When I see him, I still find similarity, but I don't feel like I am him anymore. This doesn't make how I feel during depressive episodes any less intense, valid, and effective in my life, however. It's still very important to me during that time, but just like mood episodes, those feelings go away. Anyways, now we're reaching the end of the video. Sorry it was a little bit short, but I hope you enjoyed this fun turn of style and my speed paints. I had fun being able to talk about this lesser-known fictional identity, especially now that it's marinated in my brain for a while. Feel free as always to share your experiences in the comments and ask respectful questions. See y'all, and stay coat.